Steven, if you can get me ready. Going live right now. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Let me get everything lined up here. Hey, guys. Welcome to episode 72 of Six Figure Live. My name is Ben Hartley with Style & Story Creative and Six Figure Photography. And coming to you guys live, as per usual, from the Style & Story Creative office in Columbus, Ohio. Steven's getting the phone all queued up so I can see comments and all the love come in. And today we're going to talk about some really practical stuff. You may have seen the title SEO and decided not to click, or I'm not sure. But we're going to talk about really practical stuff today. Yesterday we went high level. We went blueprint. Today I want to get into some grit. I want to get into some nails. I want to get into some more exact practices, action steps that can be taken here. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to get real practical. And we're going to talk about something that has so much value and yet no one wants to talk about it. But I think we need to. Not only do I think we need to, I think that as a business owner, as someone who is attracting clients and trying to stay in business, that you just have to. You have to pay attention to this kind of stuff. So anyhow, that's what we're going to do today. You guys, what's going on? So if this is your first time watching Six Figure Live, really the goal here is to bring you guys behind the scenes, super candid, what's going on, what we're up to. And even today, you guys, I'm going to talk about an actual tactic that we use to drive so many leads to our business. And this is, again, the entire purpose of this is to help give you guys value and help let you guys know what we're doing as a company to find success. So if you guys are watching right now, jump in, say hi. I want to see some comments in here. Just like say what's up. Like that's it. That'd be great. Because here's the deal. This is an opportunity for me to connect with you guys. Normally, I only get the chance to do this at mentoring and conferences and workshops. I'm going to be going to United here November 6th. So I'm looking forward to meeting a bunch of you guys in United. But other than that, I don't get very much opportunity to interact. So I'd love for it to happen here. Christy, what's up, girl? What's up? That's awesome, man. So there you go. So let's jump right in. The reason this is on the mind right now, the reason it's on the mind is two things. And when I say it, I'm talking about SEO. SEO is on the mind because, again, yesterday I went kind of a little bit more big picture, high level, kind of like core train of thought in terms of growing your business and really like decision-making process stuff. And so today I wanted to talk about very practical stuff that actually brings in leads. And I want to talk about things that we're doing as a studio to accomplish this. And SEO is, without a doubt, a huge part of what we do in order to help to generate leads. But I'll say this, you guys, it is not the only thing. And so as much as SEO is not the only thing that we're going to be using or that I think anyone should use to generate leads to their business, neither should any other one solution. Like you can't just rely on Instagram or Facebook or like word of mouth to be the sole driving force for your brand, for generating leads, right? You really have to be everywhere. And that's my encouragement is to be moving forward and trying to test and sample everything. And SEO has so much potential, you guys, so much potential, but it also has a really bad rap. It's something that gets so lost up in here, and I get it because I get lost when I start thinking about SEO. And that's the first thing, you guys. I want to talk about not doing everything on your own, right? And so don't try to figure out SEO. Don't try to master it. Start to work with someone on that. And so one of the big questions that I always get asked is, this is all well and good, but how do we actually go about finding an SEO person who, one, is affordable, two, I can actually like trust, that's not just going to like rip me off? Because we all get the emails, we all get the phone calls, and so I think that is that's a challenge that so many photographers are trying to like figure out. Is anybody else in that boat? For the longest time, by the way, I mean, I've been taken advantage of a couple times from like SEO experts who kind of just like took my money. I didn't see any results, and then I was out like $600. And $600, that's not a lot relative to how bad some people have been burned. And so I just made live an episode today on this topic where I brought in an expert, and I'm bringing this up now because this was episode 31 of the podcast. We just clicked live today, and so I brought in this guy Ben Turner, and you guys, he was so so well spoken about this. He was so practical in terms of what we can actually be doing as photographers and creatives and business owners, that I just had to actually make a dedicated episode to tell you guys about it, because I've had a lot of people talk about SEO on the podcast. I've had so many conversations with other SEO experts, but there was something about the way that Ben was able to wrap his head around it. And I think because Ben specifically is an SEO expert for photographers. That's all he does, right? His wife's a photographer, and the only clients he takes on are photographers. I think he has an ability to kind of put it in terms that we were able to understand. And so I want you guys to go check out this podcast episode. I think it's going to be so valuable for you. It was episode 31. It just went live. And I actually wanted to bring you guys behind the scenes a little bit before you go watch it. And I wanted to talk about some of the questions that Ben and I discuss, right? So I'm going to bring up some of the questions that we addressed. And if any of these questions have gone off in your own mind, then please go watch the episode, because I think it's going to be awesome. Give me one quick second here. Simon says, I got hung up on SEO. I use a Squarespace site and worry it won't rank as well as a WordPress site, especially after the interview with Scott. Scott is slightly biased. I will say, I love Scott. Scott is slightly biased because he's all WordPress. He works for a WordPress company. So I think there are advantages on the other side of that. I do think there are advantages to WordPress, but it is not. You can rank with Squarespace. You can rank with any number of site options, right? So don't let that stop you, Simon. Don't let that stop you. Don't let it scare you. You can still do great things, okay? There might be like a little bit of leverage or a little bit of like, things that we can do with WordPress that maybe we personally have more control over, but you're completely capable of rocking an SEO campaign on another platform. So anyhow, let's talk about some of these questions that I discussed with Ben, and then go and hop over it and take a look. But I guess only take a listen if you find value in some of these questions. And so for starters, some of the questions that I began to ask was, look, we are photographers, right? And so what are the actual practical action steps that we can take ourselves without hiring on a professional, right? Things that aren't going to overwhelm us, things that aren't going to get us lost in all of the tech talk, right? And so he actually broke down things that we can actually be doing that aren't going to kill us. Next up, we discussed the importance for social media in regards to SEO. So like how does your Instagram, how does your Facebook, how does Pinterest, how do these three kind of pillars, even Snapchat, how does this play in to SEO? Does it affect your SEO campaign? And so we discussed kind of the importance of social in regards to SEO. Good, Simon. I'm glad that that's encouraging. No, for real though, I think you totally can rock an SEO campaign, Simon. So thanks for saying that though. Let's see, what else did we discuss? We discussed some trends. Here's the thing, you guys. It's very similar to like any of these other social media platforms, Facebook, whatever. As soon as you start to understand it, Google changes something, another algorithm comes out, a new way of ranking comes out. And so we just talked about current trends for photographers in regards to SEO. Though a really big question that I already kind of teased is how to actually go about hiring the right person to help with your SEO campaigns. Again, if you're like me, you get those emails and you get those phone calls, and it's just like these cold calls, trying to you get the call, would you have to be on the first page of Google? And so I was curious, how do you actually, what are some questions that you can begin to ask someone or even yourself is this throwing off red flags, right? How do I know if I can trust an individual or a company to actually run your SEO campaign? Just how to hire out without getting cheated. What's too good to be true? Because I think so much of it is too good to be true. So let's be realistic about it. And then as well, just the importance of reviews, of blog posts, the importance of copy on your site, even the way that we as photographers are rendering out images and uploading them. So how can we best render out files, render out photographs to be uploading to the site, and then also be naming them. There's actual naming strategies involved. And then I think one other thing we got a chance to talk about was the importance of UX, so user experience on your website. And so site speed, how much your site speed affects your actual ranking factors, and how we can take control of that a little bit as photographers. We talked about some tools that we're able to use, some pieces of software that you can use that will dramatically increase that. And then he just dropped a huge value bomb, and he made an entire set of articles available just to the Six Figure Photography audience, and it's in the show notes. And so he set that up. It's all for you guys. And so a lot of this stuff he breaks down even further into articles, if that's a better way that you like to consume your content. So Cole, what's up, man? Cole says this: "Hey Simon, I handle SEO for Stunts Are Creative. Ben is correct, and the platform plays a very small part in ranking a potential site. Your success will mainly come down to how many links you..." And then he goes on. Dude, Cole, what's up? Cole, by the way, you guys, Cole's one of my best friends, and he's also a genius. He is incredibly smart and really knows his SEO. And so I've been very blessed to have a guy like that. That's also, I can call him a friend. I have the luxury of knowing I can trust him. But just his ability to rock our SEO has just been incredible. On that note too, I mentioned this maybe a couple episodes back. I'm going to be like super straightforward with you guys. Like, I'm going to keep giving. And then eventually I'll probably have something to offer you guys. And when I do, I'm just going to like call it what it is. And so I'm actually in the process of working on that thing right now. I have an entire video series dedicated to showing you guys exactly how we get booked. And a huge chapter of that course is SEO, and Cole has come in as a guest writer for that, and he's literally just laid out the entire SEO campaign that he's done for Style and Story Creative, and how he's gotten us to page 1 organically, and like in good like faith, like not like weird like shenanigans, weird hacks. And so I'm super excited to be able to like get that out to you guys as well. So Cole is just an incredible man, if you ever get the time to pick his brain. So you guys go check that out. If you found any value in some of these questions that we asked, we get into a few more things, but I gotta say, Ben, he really explained the answers better than I've heard anybody else do. And I think that you guys will respond really well to it. And again, you guys, man, this is stuff that you can't, I guess I'll say this. Some photographers have the luxury of being able to ignore it, right? Maybe it's that there's 1 or 2 photographers in every state that just their fame, their image quality, it does make the difference up, and they're just baller and they can go and do whatever the hell they want. But the reality is, for the other 98% of us photographers, we really have to be working and thinking about everything that we can do to improve our business. Every single thing that I can do to get another lead in the door, I'm going to be caring about, and I'm going to care about it because I care about this business. I care about this dream job. I care about being able to continue to do this for the rest of my life, right? You get that? And so if you care, then please take a look, listen to this podcast episode and start digging into your SEO. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Tomorrow's Thursday. I got an engagement shoot tomorrow. The rest of the guys, Ben and Steven, got an engagement shoot tonight. And so fingers crossed, no rain. We want amazing, amazing weather for my couple. And hopefully you guys have amazing weather here as well, the same. I know this is like peak season for photographers with the fall leaves. Victoria says, sweet. Will your previous episodes still be on your page? Sometimes I go back and listen to them if I have to refer back to something. Yes. So Victoria, all of the Six Figure live videos are going to continue to be here. And then as well, all the podcast episodes they're going to be hosted on what's that thing called? iTunes. And then as well, they're on the website as well. So if you were to go to sixfigurephotography.com/blog, you'll see the most recent podcast episode pop up first. So you guys, thanks again. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to the podcast. And for those of you who've left me a review on the podcast, like I read those, you guys, and it means the world to me. So I read every single email. I read every single review. And so just if you did that, like, thank you. Thank you so much. That means, I mean, it does help. It helps us in iTunes. It helps us for recognition. But more than anything, it just means the world to me. So I really appreciate everyone who's gone out and actually taken the time to leave a review on the podcast. So anyhow, you guys, I gotta go. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna keep editing, and you guys do the same. Cheers, everybody. Bye.